This is my phone, and I'm trying to make it useless to me. Listen, it's not you, it's me. I just don't think I'm supposed to be this connected all the time. I actually don't love feeling this unconscious urge to pick up my phone and check God knows what every 5 minutes. I don't like that it's the first thing I pick up when my eyes in the morning. I don't like that I'm scrolling on Instagram while waiting for the train or filling silence with TikToks while waiting for my friends to meet me at the bar. I don't like how many times I pick up my phone without thinking and then get lured into a 20-minute time suck consuming content that I won't even remember 30 minutes from now. I hate how much I'm on my phone, and odds are you are too. So I'm gonna do a little experiment for the both of us, and I'm gonna brick my phone for 7 days. This is a brick. It's a little magnet that you can stick on your fridge, and when you scan your phone against it, it disables as many apps in your phone as you'd like it to. To unlock your phone again, you need to physically get up from where you are and come back to scan your phone against the brick. You can create multiple different settings for it. For example, maybe while you're working, you wanna disable everything except for calls and texts, but when you wanna walk around the neighborhood, you wanna also be able to listen to Spotify or use your camera. You can create different modes for different scenarios and mold your bricking to your specific lifestyle. So I'm gonna try to be really diligent about bricking my phone for as much as I possibly can for the next week to actually see how it impacts my mental health, my creativity, my productivity, and my overall connection and enjoyment out of life. I know, kind of big, but that is how significant overhauling my relationship with my phone feels right now. Day one of bricking my phone, I'm getting a little bit of a late start to this today, but that's okay because we can only go up from here. My goal isn't to be bricked 24 hours a day. That sounds like I'm saying something else. My goal is simply to be more intentional with my phone usage. Because here's the thing. If I'm spending 3 hours on YouTube on my phone watching a podcast, for example, and I feel like I'm enjoying myself, I'm getting something out of it, I'm laughing, I'm learning, I'm reflecting, whatever it is, I am totally cool with spending hours upon hours consuming things that I feel benefit me in some way, or I'm enjoying the experience of consuming that piece of content. What I want to curb is the unconscious consuming of content or scrolling through reels and TikToks that ultimately mean nothing to me and that I won't even remember in a couple of hours, let alone in the upcoming days and weeks. So the point is not necessarily to be on my phone less and less and less and less. It's to be on my phone a little bit less and make sure that the time that I do spend on my phone is time that I'm actually choosing to spend consuming, and that it's a more active choice that I'm making. I just feel like so often I will be doing something, literally anything. I could be editing, I could be cleaning, doesn't matter. And I will end up taking little mini breaks to scroll on my phone every 30 minutes, let's say. And I don't feel like these scroll breaks do anything for me at all. I actually just think that it makes whatever task that I am doing take so much longer, and it ends up making me feel less accomplished and less efficient at what I'm doing. Why did I take the 20 minutes to scroll in between tasks? I literally don't know. I just feel an urge to, so then I do it. And I think this is the reality for a lot of us. We get some amount of dopamine hit from just sitting and scrolling. It's like a release of your brain. I don't know what it is. I just know that I hate it. Do not disturb doesn't actually stop me from going on my phone. Do not disturb is helpful when I don't want to be disturbed. So when I'm in therapy or taking a meeting where I actually need to not hear notification sounds, mostly to be courteous to other people, that feature is gonna work fine. But when it's me versus me, do not disturb is not gonna prevent me from doing fucking anything. I have also tried putting time limits on certain apps in the past. The problem is they're so easy to breeze through. But having the brick and having to actually physically get up out of my chair, stop editing, stop cleaning, do whatever it is that I'm doing, go over to the fridge just to scroll on Instagram, most of the time I know that the juice isn't worth the squeeze. I'm only picking up my phone to scroll because my brain wants to fixate on a different thing. I'm not doing it because there's actually something interesting or pertinent or important on my phone. If there was, I would be willing to get up and walk to the fridge to scan it. But because there's not, I pick up my phone, I go, oh, it's bricked, and I put it back down and I get back to doing what it is that I want to be doing. That is the point of all of this to me. That is why I'm doing it. Low-key, I'm spoiling my appetite right now or before I go to restaurant roulette. But I don't even care because these are phenomenal. I had an order from Maddie come in yesterday, so I'm in snack heaven. Maddie, sponsor of today's video, sources the best overstock products that would otherwise go to waste, like pantry staples, beauty essentials, and home goods, so that you can access premium brands at a fraction of the cost. Even the most premium brands have overstock, so why not buy the same products you love just at a discounted price through Maddie? It's kind of a no-brainer. Listen, 3 things about me. I love trying a funky snack. I love trying new skin and body care products. And I love finding things I love at a good deal. This was a recent Maddie find of mine. These jalapeno chutney non-pretzels. They're crazy. They're low-key really spicy, but they're very good. And then another favorite of mine, these tomato basil red lentil snacks. I feel like I always have a bag of these in my apartment at this point. This is one of my favorite snacks ever. And they have it on Maddie for much cheaper than they have it at my local grocery store. So that's a pretty big win for me. I was also in the market for a new body lotion. This one smells so like fresh and clean. And high quality body products like this can really creep up in price. Like this one would usually be $75. I got it for $50. 30% off. I'll take it. So anyways, if you want to try out Maddie for yourself, you can use code Maddie for $15 off your order. And I'm gonna have all the links in the description down below. Dude, these are addictive. They're so good. Now, despite all of what I just told you, I actually still have a lower average screen time than most people do, which I think is pretty embarrassing for most people, considering I'm on my phone for a living. So I think there's a lot of my phone habits and phone usage that I can excuse or make sense of because I do social media for a living. Granted that my 2 main platforms are my YouTube channel and my podcast. I am a long form creator, not a short form creator. Now, do I use short form platforms as well to help promote my long form and create more of a presence for myself on these apps that I hate dearly with all of my heart? Yes. It would make sense if my screen time was higher than the average person, but based on a couple quick Google searches, it appears that I'm already starting with lower screen time than a lot of people. At least in the US, I believe the daily average screen time is about 7 hours, a little less than 7 hours per person. If I'm hitting 7 hours in my screen time, that was a particularly phone heavy week for me. Usually I'm sitting in the high 5s, low 6s, which is still not great. I never said that. Hey, I never said it was great. I never said it was great. Listen, I'm here in this video taking care of this issue. What are you doing? What are you doing? Before I went out, I made a new mode on my brick specifically for when I'm socializing. It limits my access to social media, but allows me to access things like Uber, Maps, Venmo, and other things I might need when I'm not home, but still want to focus. This is more just a formality because, to be honest with you, I'm not someone who picks up my phone when I'm with my friends very much. I love being off my phone and I love being with my friends. So when I'm with my people, my phone is away or it's flipped upside down on the table. My toxic relationship with my phone seems to exist exclusively in its takeover of my alone time, not my social time. But in the name of the experiment, I wanted to make sure I had a mode set for social time as well. This dinner actually marked a full rotation of restaurant roulette, meaning that all 5 of us have planned a secret dinner over the course of the last year. So this was kind of a finale to season 1, if you will. And it was delicious. I love my friends. I love restaurant roulette. What a goddamn good idea that we had 1 whole year ago. Good morning. Welcome to day 2 of bricking my phone. Yesterday, I totaled 4 hours and 55 minutes of bricking my phone in total. Today, we're gonna smash that out of the park for one primary reason. And that primary reason is I didn't brick my phone when I went to bed last night. At night, when I'm going to bed, it isn't so much of a problem because when I'm tired, I'm tired. I'm gonna go to sleep. Where this does become an issue is when I wake up in the morning. When I wake up in the morning, the first thing I do is I pick up my phone and I scroll on it a little bit. Today I was actually pretty good. I only did 20 minutes of scrolling before getting up and starting my day. But imagine if we turned that 20 into 0, because my phone is essentially fucking useless if I brick it before I go to bed. I really think even making the small adjustment of like, it's not that I'm not allowed to scroll on my phone in the morning, it's just that if I really want to do that, I have to get up out of my bed and scan it against my fridge. And honestly, by the time I get up and scan my phone against the fridge, I'm like, I'm already up. let's just start getting ready anyways, and just kind of boosts me along in my day regardless. So tonight I'm gonna brick my phone when I go to sleep, which should start to boost these numbers up a little bit. 4 hours and 55 minutes is a great place to start though. Today is a production day for me. I'm filming and doing a little bit of editing today, and then I am going to play some trivia tonight. So I really don't have a lot of reason to be on my phone today at all. I've got things to do, I've got people to see. I'm gonna get started filming. First, let's brick my phone. The days of the week I spend working on Emotionally Online are always my favorite. Don't get me wrong, I still love YouTube, but podcasting for me has become more of my focus in this era of my life. The art of producing a show, sitting down and talking, entertaining for an hour. It's challenging in a way that really excites me. Pivoting and shifting and exploring multiple creative mediums has been so crucial in allowing my creative self to flourish year after year. Jack of all trades, master of none, blah, blah, blah. Mastery isn't on my to-do list. I'm a woman of exploration and whimsy. My creativity knows no goddamn bounds. And I'm not even sure I believe that art can be mastered, because I believe that errors and discovery, molding and changing, is part of what makes art feel authentic and real. So put your hand in every goddamn bucket, bitch. It's a lot of fun. All right, I finished filming and immediately started painting in this little watercolor workbook that I got. It's not very good, I don't think. Colors are really intense, but I got these watercolor pens instead of using actual watercolor paints, so the color is not like as moldable. I kind of like the more intense, sharp, messy colors. This is what I'm learning about myself as I'm letting myself get a little bit more artistic and play in this side of creativity as someone who's usually more in performing arts than fine arts. I learned that oil pastels very much for me, like markers, dark colors, stuff that's like a little bit messier and bolder and freakier. So this is a hydrangea, but also not really at all. But see, these are the things you can do when you turn your phone off. When you turn your phone off and everything's just quiet and you think to yourself, you know what I would get way more value out of right now over scrolling on Instagram or TikTok? Painting a hydrangea and listening to a podcast. That could be huge for me. And now I think I'm gonna start doing the rough cut of the podcast before heading out to trivia for the day. Normally I wouldn't film and edit on the same day, but I have like an hour and a half to kill. So I'm like, why not just get started on my work for tomorrow now. Good morning. The results are in. So yesterday, my phone was bricked for a grand total of 6 hours and 13 minutes. And today, we're about to blow that number out of the water because last night was the first night that I fell asleep with my phone bricked, which means that I have not been able to use it at all this morning. I got right up out of bed and was like, as expected, what's the point of going to scan it against the fridge? I'm just gonna get up and start showering and doing my stuff. So my phone is still bricked right now and it's 9:15 a.m. So my phone has already been bricked for over 9 hours today. And honestly, I think I'm just gonna keep it bricked through all of my morning routines until I start working. I kind of want to do another watercolor drawing painting thing this morning. I think that would be fun. And I want to make blueberry syrup for my matcha. So I think I'm just gonna have a little cute morning for myself, let my phone be disabled, throw on a little Smosh reads Reddit stories on my TV, and just let that play throughout the apartment as I enjoy my morning and get ready. See, this is the kind of morning I want to have. This is the kind of practice that I want to be in, but so often I'm just distracted by my phone and I end up sitting on the couch and playing that godforsaken food sort game or whatever the fuck it's called. I am not addicted to my phone. In fact, I actively dislike it. So the second you get me a brick, I'm like, dude, hell yeah. Let me scan against this thing. Like, you don't have to convince me to it. It's not hard for me to do this. It's just like a matter of giving myself the proper resources. Because my bored brain, my distracted brain, my brain that wants to fill the noise with things, as we're all conditioned to at this point in history, I will just unconsciously go to get sucked in by this. But I don't actually want to. And it's nice to reconnect with like the truly authentic version of myself. and listen to that person. Several hours and a very productive day later, I can tell you that so far I have spent 14 hours and 7 minutes with my phone bricked today. And there's about 6 hours left in the day, which means that I've only had my phone not bricked for about 4 hours. And a lot of that time was me working on podcast clips, so I needed my phone. It's 6 p.m. when I'm recording this, and 6 p.m. is around the time that in an ideal world, I stop working every day. Is that usually what happens? No, because usually if I'm struggling with distractions throughout the day, I end up having to work later to make up for that lost time. Famously, I do not have any coworkers, I don't have an assistant. If I don't do the work, no one does. So if I'm procrastinating, the work doesn't go away. It just makes my own life harder, and then I'm at my desk editing so much later than I should be. That's when I end up ordering delivery because I don't want to cook a meal at 9 p.m. I just want to eat something quickly, yada yada, whatever. So me staying focused throughout the day has multiple benefits here because now it's 6 p.m. Honestly, I was done with my workload at 4 p.m. I started working on tomorrow's stuff today, which was amazing. Very uncommon for me. Now it's actually 6 o'clock and the world is my goddamn oyster. And you know what else I did today, which I actually am very proud of myself for going at my own pace and letting myself get this done when I felt ready to get it done, but removed Mango's litter box from my apartment. I cleaned it all up, threw out the box. Took me almost 2 months to do that, so it's been a while. But you know what? I'm not gonna feel bad about it. I feel good that I did it on my own terms, on my own timeline, in my own way. Had the headspace and mental energy to do it today, so I did it, and that's that. Is it the Lex Pro? Is it bricking my phone? Is it both? I don't know. All I know is that when I free up space up here, I can take better care of myself in my home. So, something to think about. Happy Halloween! I've been spending my morning packaging up some of my postcards to Mango. Looking at my brick hours from yesterday, let's see how I did. Yesterday, I ended up being bricked for a total of 14 hours and 48 minutes. Not bad, people, okay? It could be way worse than that. I'm about to get on Patreon Live and do my Halloween makeup. And I'm doing gore makeup, which I haven't done since I was in college. And I did not trial this. I'm just hoping that all the skills come back to me and I remember what the hell I'm doing. I'm about to re-brick my phone again and focus, and hopefully it looks good. I don't have that much liquid latex, so I'm a little nervous that I don't have enough. I thought that I bought a bigger bottle, but then it came in the mail and it's actually pretty small and it's too late for me to go out and find something else. So I hope it's enough. Guys, I think I slayed. Just a little minute slay. Yeah. Just a little tiny baby one, really. With my skin flaps, I can taste so much blood right now. Oh!
1, 2, 3. Woo! 1, 2, 3. Ah! Now that's how it's done.
So, yesterday, let's talk about yesterday. Yesterday, I woke up so fucking hungover. I got 4 hours of sleep. I woke up at 7:30, had to go to a hair appointment, so my hair is looking fabulous right now. Thank God. We needed a win. Then I came home, and in my hungover stupor, I had to record the podcast and do some work with Meg. So ask me if I bricked my phone at all yesterday. By the way, I know I look like Homer fucking Simpson right now. The blood absolutely dyed my face. I have washed my face so many times. At this point, I've oil cleansed 4 times and I've water cleansed also 4 times. So I've washed my face a total of 8 times in the last 24 hours. And I'm still serving this 5 o'clock shadow, giving Homer Simpson in a major way. So looking back at yesterday, the total amount of time my phone was bricked was 0 hours and 0 minutes. I am regressing. But listen, that's okay. That's okay. Sometimes you have to regress. Normalize regressing. Here we are. And my objective for the day is to do a little bit of art. I was thinking this morning, it would be kind of fun to draw a cat smoking a cigarette. I don't know how to do that. but I'm gonna try. I think I just need to have a little fun today. I think that I need to go be outside. I will end up bricking my phone a little bit, but it's the freaking weekend, people. I don't think I need to be bricking my phone 24/7 on the weekend, but I will do it a little bit today so that I can do art and hang with the besties. But listen, we survived. Even though I still look very weird. My face looks very red. Homie. Okay. Being still and engaging in play and art like I did as a child has been something that's really anchored me to myself in this period of grief. As time has gone on and my worldly obligations have continued, I've at times found it challenging to continuously remind myself that it's okay, that small tasks can still feel overwhelming in the shadow of my grief. Sometimes I've felt guilty for the time I've spent less productive in between bursts of tears. Capitalism be damned. As if productivity could ever be a fraction as important as honoring my love for Mango. It is weird trying to continue on with life without her, doing art and letting myself zone out into oil pastels. Pressing them too hard against the paper feels like a release. There's no amount of time passing that means I have to get on with it or be productive and focused without breaking. I don't have to be tough. I don't have to stop crying. I don't have to be anything other than who I am, and who I am is Mango's mom. So I will be sad about it forever, and that's my God-given right. Down with the pressure to be productive, to be still and to grieve and to let love surround me in agony is far more important and always will be. Not bad, right? I feel like I'm 9 years old doing a little art class by myself. Yeah, I don't know. I just drew a tree. Can you believe my face is still fucking red? Like, I can't even look at myself. And my face is so red around this area that it's making my teeth and lips look blue. Someone explain that to me. I don't know what's going on. I just know that I look wrong. Every time I look at myself in the mirror, I'm like, you don't look like this. It's really bothering me. I don't know if you can tell. I've just washed my face more times than I can count. It's not. There's like still little flecks. I'm fucking confused. Okay, anyways, yesterday I didn't end up bricking my phone for that many hours, but again, it was a Sunday, it's a weekend. I'm allowed to use my phone a little bit more on those days. So yesterday I spent a total of 2 hours and 28 minutes bricked. Today, we're already well past that, but we'll keep the good vibes going. I won't spoil how much I've been bricked so far. Today's an editing day for me. I'm editing this week's podcast, this week's after show, doing some thumbnail work, some upcoming prep on future episodes. I also have a styling client to do. I am booked and busy today. I have to lock in because I would like to have a nice evening for myself. Maybe cook a nice little romantic dinner. I'm just gonna hit the ground running and see how much shit I can get done with my phone bricked. Also officially updated my little entryway area yesterday, and I think it's so cute. 2 little rugs. Queen of Hearts rug with a kitty. Classic leopard rug, you know me. And then this funky red lamp. Color changing bulb in there so I can change the vibes depending on my vibe, but I like it. So I have a confession to make. And my confession is that I actually first got my brick and started filming this video the day before Mango died. I was just sitting here thinking about it. I finished working for the day and I came and I sat on my couch and I started watching a movie and I just couldn't focus on it. So I turned it off and then I just let myself scroll on Instagram for a little bit, and that's obviously the very thing that I want to stop doing as much. But it's really hard to be quiet and still for long stretches of time. There's something about the like dopamine hit of scrolling through Instagram and TikTok that sometimes feels helpful. It's not actually helpful, but it's sometimes just what feels easier to me than sitting and concentrating and living fully in my grief. But I just put my phone down and I'm looking out the window and I just wish she was here. And I wish that I could see her little face crawling over to me. It's just such a terrible feeling. And so I think, obviously after Mango died, I stopped filming the video because I was like, holy shit, I want to be on my phone more than I've probably ever been on my phone in my whole life right now. And I did that. And I was super into my phone for a month and a half, and here I am now. We're almost at the 2-month mark since Mango died, and I'm trying to get my life back in order, but it's still difficult. And even like, I just looked back, the day before Mango died, I had my phone bricked for 21 hours and 13 minutes. That's more than every single day that I've done this so far, and I only have one more day left in this challenge. Like, on day 1 before Mango died, I was doing better than I am on what, day 6 of doing it 2 months later. I just didn't like, not that this is a accurate showcase of me as a fully formed, complete human being, but there is some connection here to how well I'm doing mentally and how much time I'm able to be away from my phone, to actually lock my phone and make it unusable. Before Mango died, I was starting at 22 hours, and now on day 6, I'm cracking 11. I'm trying my best. And I think I've been doing a really good job with bricking my phone while working. I was very focused and very productive today, and that's all I can ask for from myself. But when the work day is over and it's just me by myself, yes, I'm making time to do art and watch movies, but sometimes I do just want to spend the night scrolling, because sometimes I just want everything to be quiet, you know? Good morning! Final day of this little experiment. It's a good day to have a good day, people. It's election day here in New York. I'm about to go out, cast my vote for Zohran motherfucking Mamdani to be our next mayor. Holy shit. I'm excited. I think today's gonna be a good day. Being 28 years old, all of my political experiences as a young adult in the US have been massively disappointing. And this election, this race, is really the first time I feel like I've been able to be excited and actually truly optimistic. It feels so different going into an election day where I don't feel nervous. I'm just excited to go out and cast my vote and go out and drink and celebrate with friends tonight because he's gonna fucking win. Yeah, nice to have something good happen politically, you know?
I know. 10, 11, 12 points ahead. Obviously, we're only going to see New York. But I'm really interested in, like, the Missouri race. What do you I'm just, like, excited to be here, guys. Maddie is stimming. Maybe I'm the real one because that was crazy.
All right, I did it. We reached the end of the video. Yesterday, the final day, I ended up bricking my phone for a grand total of 12 hours and 52 minutes. So at the end of doing this little experiment, what are my big major learnings and takeaways? Number one, as much as I hate to say it works, it fucking works. And to me, having something physical that I have to actually get up from where I am and scan my phone against in order to open it back up again, it just creates something that's harder to work around. It holds you to it a little bit better. I know there's so many different focus and productivity apps that people like to use, but to be honest with you, I would find a way around all of them. So It's nice to be very intentional about my social media consumption, because as much as I love social media and social media content, and I have no desire to remove these things from my life, obviously, I hate the mindless scroll that you just get sucked into and you have no idea what you watched, but you've been scrolling on reels for just this dopamine release for the last fucking 20 minutes. The brick actually helped so much with removing that part of consumption specifically from my life, which is really the part that I care about. I feel like moving forward, the way that I will most commonly be using the brick is on work days, specifically editing days, where I really just need to lock in and focus and be in my editing hole and like bang it out. I definitely could see myself using this in social situations as well, depending on where I was going or who I was gonna be with or why I needed to focus so intently. But to be honest with you, I am not someone who is picking up my phone constantly when I'm with other people. My relationship with my phone really exists when I am by myself. So I don't really feel like I need to brick my phone when I'm going out to be with my friends, because odds are I'm really not gonna be looking at it unless it's a necessity anyways. But when I'm at home working and just need to lock the fuck in, this is actually really fucking helpful. And I'm glad that my therapist encouraged me to try it. If you want to see more from me, be sure to check out my podcast, Emotionally Online, famously my favorite thing to create these days. If you like what I do on this channel, you will absolutely like what I do on Emotionally Online. And you can join us over on Patreon. We've got a Discord server. I do a bi-monthly poetry art print club, bonus podcast episodes, bonus YouTube videos. We have a good time over there, all right? Would love to see you in the comment section of the podcast. Would love to see you over in our Discord. But if not, I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.